Hi, this is Robert Clinkybeard and David Anderson with the Commercial Landscaper Podcast. We're going to take 20 minutes of your life to deliver some amazing business content from accomplished leaders to bring you value, to scale your business, and to better yourself personally. And really hopefully you enjoyed. Cheers, everyone. Hi, this is Robert Clinkybeard with the Commercial Landscaper Podcast. I'm super excited to be joined today by Tony Simmons. I've known Tony for probably 15, 20 years. Took care of me with my truck needs in Arizona, all around great guy. And I just thought Tony would be great to have us on a guest today, just to talk about some of the pressing issues with the truck industry and all that's going on with the supply chain. So Tony, thank you for joining me today.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
So Tony, for my audience, tell everybody about your background and how you got into the industry. And
that's an interesting story. I actually spent most of my career in the institutional retirement administration and investment management business. We went through an economic decline, I believe, in the 2008 period, and the financial services industry imploded. And unfortunately, I was residing here in Arizona, which made it very difficult to get back into the game, as it generally requires that you work in a major market. So a friend of mine suggested that I get into the car business until things turned around. And that's how it all started. There's something about this industry that gets into your blood, it's part fraternal organization. So it's a boys' business. We've got girls too, so don't misunderstand me, but it's kind of like a fraternity. It's just something attractive about it. You're challenged always. You're always in motion. There's always a lot going on, lots of balls to juggle. I was, quite taken by it, so to speak. Although initially I'd never worked so hard for so little in my life.
We were talking about that offline. I mean, obviously there's something that is appealing about the industry, the fact that you've stayed in that business now for what? I can't even do my math right now, but tell me about just some of you said you're working more than you ever have right now, but obviously there's challenges that come along with that. It's not, not normally when you hear that they're working harder, usually that comes along with some nice rewards. But
yes, absolutely.
So tell me what's going on in the industry right now.
We're in quite a challenging period in time, and that was brought on by the pandemic, and the supply changes that have left us with little inventory over the last couple of years. I guess it started in 21 really is when the shortages really started to hit home, although the pandemic began a year earlier. And so it's been a challenge to meet the needs of our clientele. Luckily, I'm with an old family, the Chapmans, that have been at this business a long time, and they were able to bring some additional product and things to the table to kind of keep us going. It's been very difficult.
So how I know that obviously landscapers and other industries out there, service industries, are typically using certain types of trucks, especially along the Zuzu range. And here they're busier than ever. A lot more business coming in, especially when looking at, for example, the Arizona market, which is just still going gangbusters. So there's obviously that need for assets and trucks and everything. But yeah, I mean, they're obviously struggling to find that trucks. There's challenges now, from what I understand, between even finding, older trucks, used trucks, and I've even heard some crazy stories around some of them actually being higher in value compared to when they were purchased 2 or 3 years ago, which just seems absolutely insane to me. So, I mean, how are you advising your clients and trying to navigate through this? I don't know if minefield's the right word, but just this real challenging times.
Well, I think we have been very fortunate and able to locate pockets of pre-owned inventory around the country, and that's certainly helped to keep us in the game and to keep our customers' fleet going. I think the big issue has been inflation, because we're in a period of time and where in some cases used vehicles are selling for more than a comparably equipped new vehicle. So we've definitely had some inflation issues. It hasn't been easy. We have been somewhat fortunate in some of the timing of the new product that we've been able to secure. But we spent a lot more time hunting, looking for things than we used to.
Yeah, no, I could definitely see that being a challenge. And then how are you, if it's taking you longer to try and secure inventory for clients, I mean, how are you advising then your clients who already maybe have a fleet, or maybe the fleet is a little bit aging? I mean, are these keeping that inventory around a little bit longer, put more maintenance into it?
Yeah. So I think again, we've been fortunate, and then the pre-owned product that we've been able to find, we would buy the entire lot of whatever it might be, if it's a pickup truck or a van or what have you. And in most cases, these vehicles were low mileage, late model vehicles. They were just used, as they had anywhere between 10 and say 20,000 miles off them. So they had plenty of leg left to do the job. We have not advised them not to cycle their older age units, though, and that's because, as you know, the older the pieces get, the more maintenance that's going to be required. So while they've had to pay a premium for these pre-owned, late model, low mile vehicles, we think that they've come out better off than hanging on to older units, with in excess of 100, 25, 150,000 miles. So that's not what we're doing at all.
Right. That makes sense. And how about one of the conversations we had sort of late last week was around one of the things we used to sort of try and pride ourselves on is just being really proactive about our needs for the upcoming year. We used to look at what are some of the growth trends were, or projections, and then figure out, well, we need to get rid of these 2 or 3 trucks. We need to look at maybe ordering these 5 trucks for the following year. What are you seeing in terms of availability, deadlines, so that my contractors as subscribers can really prepare for all of that?
Well, Phil, the world changed, and where we used to have the ability to order whatever it is that our clients needed without any governor. not monitoring is not the right word, but limiting what we could order. That all changed, and everything that we've been able to get has been based on allocation being controlled by the manufacturers. And the other thing is that where we used to be able to order product as we needed, they restricted our ability to order to specific time frames. And what it's been, and it's kind of hard to believe for the last couple of years and continuing today, is that we've had one shot at the well, i.e. so we could order one time for our fleet customers, and they had to order what they were going to need for the entire year. And so here we are now in 2022, and that time to order for the rest of 22 and all of 23 is coming up this week. The order banks for General Motors are going to open on the 21st of April, just a 2 days from now. and those orders are going to be all we're going to get until 24. So we've had to help our customers understand the need to look forward, to figure out as best they could or can how what they're going to need for the entire year. And some customers have been better at that than others. Those that have taken our advice, and at least a couple of them, Robert, because I've actually consult them, has worked out very, very well. And they are forever grateful that they took the advice that we gave them and placed larger orders than they might have otherwise done at one time. So that's been the key, is helping customers to understand that because of the situation, that they had to get their orders on the books when the opportunity to place those orders became available. And so here we are again. I mean, today is the 21st is the big day. So any fleet customer that hasn't heard this needs to heed this announcement. We won't call it a warning. This announcement that you got to get a hold of your fleet managers. If you don't have one, then hopefully Robert will tell you, how to get a hold of me, and place your orders for all of 23 now. What's going to happen, and this is the advice that we've been given from the national account managers at General Motors, is that the order banks will open on the 21st, and they recommend that we get all those orders in on the 21st because production schedules are going to fill, and they think that the production schedules are going to fill rapidly, and so we may not be able to order anything on the 22nd or the 23rd. So the order banks, I believe, open on the 21st, close on the 25th. But they're saying, do not wait. Get everything that you possibly can get in on the 21st because they're concerned that production schedules will hold up.
Yeah, and the day of recording, we're sitting at the 19th of April. So yeah, you're right, Tony, literally a couple of days away. Now, again, I hate saying this, but sometimes salespeople have a reputation for placing those false deadlines. But I mean, it truly sounds as though there is a real crunch here. And, I think we're all aware that those day-to-day challenges with supply chain issues, we're seeing the challenges with, Ukraine, with gas, with all the other supply chain issues. So this seems like a real genuine challenge and deadline that, contractors really need to heed, correct?
Yeah, and certainly, for you, Robert, and for all of your clientele, we can provide the documentation that we received from General Motors in this regard. The other interesting thing is that as we, go back to, the period where, when they clamped down on us and began to control what we ordered, who we ordered it for, and limiting the time. With that, we have not had the freedom to order what we wanted or what our clients wanted. One of your clients in particular, this last season, wanted to order about 15, 17 trucks, and they were only allocated about 5. So, and
Yeah,
this is
that's a
real world.
challenge.
This is real world,
Yeah.
and you know who they are.
Yeah.
So that's the other piece of it. So if ever there was a time to trust somebody, this is the time.
No, for sure.
This is it, and it's not for the faint of heart. You've got to obviously be more aggressive. But there's a secret about to all this, and the long and short of it is, until you take it off the lot, you don't own it, no matter what we've ordered or whatever.
Right.
You can't get hurt getting out in front of the curve. And looking at your fleet needs optimistically, regarding as it relates to whatever your business trajectory is, and what your needs are going to be. You can be a little more aggressive with that, because we're not going to harm anyone that does not take their entire order. In fact, well, I should leave it at that.
Okay. No, that's fair. And Tony, how again, you may not know the details to this, but in terms of there are many other manufacturers out there. I mean, I'm assuming there's similar challenges with their availability and their production lines. It's not just isolated to GM, correct?
It's everyone. Everyone is. We're all in the same boat in this current situation, and sometimes it looks like that wouldn't be the case, or wasn't the case earlier on. One manufacturer in particular seemed to did allow them to order whatever they wanted, only to come back and cancel all those orders.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So no, we're all playing with the same hand here, as it relates to first was the chip shortage. That was the big one that was holding a lot of things up, and then it went to different components that would be required to build certain types of trucks and that sort of thing. And while the chip problem has seems to have gotten better, we're still not where we need to be. I've got vehicles, as I might have mentioned to you, that have been on material hold, sitting in Canada, waiting to be shipped since November of last year still.
That's
So
crazy.
yeah, it's not over, and it looks like while we're trying to be optimistic, and we thought we would be out of the woods, by summer, third quarter of this year. Now it doesn't feel like that's going to be the case. It's like we're going to have to live through these trials through year end and possibly into the first half of 2024.
Yeah, that was actually going to be my next question. Looking into your crystal ball, when do you see things kind of cleaning up a little bit?
No, we thought that the big cleanup would occur when Asia came back to work, because they, with respect to chips, and we thought that would be a major move forward, and because once they get going, and but there's so much to be completed. That it's still been difficult to get new units ordered and going. If you were here at the store, we might as well be leasing our lots for skateboarders. there's plenty of room.
Wow, that's crazy.
There. So we thought we were, we really thought that the chip shortage was the big one, and certainly it is. And because we've got vehicles, the vehicles that I spoke of that are sitting in Canada are built. They're built, but they're not ready to be shipped because they don't have the proper chips that they need to do the things that those truck would be like to do. It's hard to say. We thought. And Mary Barr, the general manager, the GM chairman, president, chairman, or whatever, for General Motors, she communicated that we would probably be doing much better because the chip shortage or the chip piece was going to, be solved, by this time or certainly by summer. But that it just hasn't.
Right.
And we're afraid that that COVID could still impact the challenges that we're facing. Shanghai, that community, which is the largest port container port in the world, I believe. The city shut down, so that could have a significant impact on global markets. That's how important that particular port is. So it's just hard to know for certain when it all clears up and begins to flow smoothly again. But I think although people want to be optimistic, we're probably looking at least another year.
Oh, that's crazy. So, Tony, I'm going to wrap things up here. If people wanted to get in touch with you just to, either maybe make an order, maybe just get some more information from you, what's the best way for them to contact you?
Well, my phone number and my email address would be the two best ways to reach out to me. My direct line is 480-752-1540. That's my landline here at Chapman Chevrolet. My email address is Tony Simmons at chapmanchoice.com. And I'm a big email person. That's probably preferred because we have a documentation and track that most easy to follow up with. But a call or a note would probably be the best way. And obviously, if you have contact information from my friend, Mr. Clickenbeard, then he can certainly reach out to me as well.
Cool. Awesome. Tony, well, Tony, really appreciate your time today. I know you're a busy person, but I think it'd be timely messaging to my audience regarding what is needed, what actions needed on their part to try and make sure that their fleet or lack of fleet for the next 12 to 18 months is not going to limit their growth. So appreciate your time today, Tony, and thank you very much.
My pleasure, Robert. Again, I think, for everyone out there listening, you got to be proactive. You may have to take possession of some things that you don't need right away that are available right away. It's an art form. And those that are builders, understand this, and together, we can, keep your vehicles on the road, and hopefully help you to continue to prosper.
Cool. Okay. Thank you, Tony. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Hopefully that was pure dead brilliant for you today, and you got some great takeaways. for your business or for your personal life. This is Robert Clinkenbeard along with David Edmondson. I would love to get you and your friends to join us on your journey. If you have any ideas for future speakers, or if you just want to pass this on to friends, family, other business colleagues to sign up and subscribe, that would be awesome. Anyway, thanks everyone and have a great 2022. Cheers.